Blue skies, 31 Celsius, a gorgeous day for the Queen stage on the Vuelta. Well, the day after Richard Carapaz had made it 2-stage wins in the great race, Primož Roglič had put pressure on Remco Evenepoel. As a result, the gap overall had been narrowed. 1 minute and 49. Evenepoel's lead over Roglič, with Mas in third place ahead of Rodriguez and Ayuso. So how would stage 15 pan out? The Queen stage, with some very nasty climbs at the back of it. Staying cool was the order of the day. Red hot favourite to take the stage, a man who'd won here before, Miguel Angel Lopez. Carlos Rodriguez hoping to maintain position for Ineos Grenadiers. Primož Roglič desperate to find yet more time on Remco Evenepoel. Well, a quick look at the course, you could see just how brutal it was. Alto del Purche and of course the Alto Hoya Monachil at the end of the day. Never did Sierra Nevada look so threatening. Well, after 35 kilometres there was a Category 3 test that was to be raced for and would define, I guess, the breakaway. Well, it had a cost, particularly for Wilco Kelderman. He fell to the side of the road, got shredded, did remount. They had a man that would be in the eventual breakaway in Jai Hindley. There were plenty of talented climbers up front in a breakaway of 29. Well, it was rack full of talent, and if you wanted to get something out of the day, maybe you had to go long. The threat from the break was recognised by HG2R Citroën. They wanting to maintain position for Ben O'Connor, or indeed enhance his standing in the general classification. Lawson Krellick decided he didn't like the company around him with so many climbers, so he set off early. Jay Vine in the polka dot jersey also bridged over. Managed to get yet more mountains points in the penultimate test of the day, the Alto del Purche. Well, as the brakes started to fracture, likewise did the chase. It was getting very selective out there. Plenty of teammates to hand for Primož Roglič. They'd put 2 in the break. Quickstep Alpha Vinyl likewise, but how would those riders be used and how useful would they be? Well, Marc Soler is extraordinarily useful when he gets the chance, and off he set, and he looked like the day's winner. Meanwhile, the attacks were raining down once again on Remco Evenepoel, driven on by Primož Roglič. Ayuso found himself out of position, likewise Almeida. They weren't alone. Carlos Rodriguez had also been caught out by the pace entering the final climb. Evenepoel was looking for a teammate. Roglič had used all of his, and indeed others had the same battle plan. Richard Carapaz dropped back to help out Rodriguez, and in so doing gave some assistance to Ayuso and Almeida. Well, Miguel Angel Lopez attacked. The group of favourites then continued to get more selective as Enric Mas went off. No response from Evenepoel, who had Louis Vervaeke, who dropped back to help him out. And Primož Roglič was just sitting in and seeing how this would pan out. Well, with just under 7 kilometres to go, Thymen Arensman was heading for a spectacular victory. The breakaway did provide our winner. Carlos Rodriguez was struggling. He would drop a place by the end of the day. Meanwhile, Ayuso and Almeida were in retrieval mode. Same could be said for Remco Evenepoel. When Roglič attacked, how would he respond, and what would the gap be? Roglič pushing on with Ben O'Connor upon his wheel. By the time we got to the line, it was all going to be on countback. Arensman coming home for the biggest win of his career, and you'll be hearing an awful lot more about this young Dutchman going forward. He crossed the line after 4 hours and 17 minutes, and then we waited. Who would be home next? Well, Jay Vine had been tagged by Miguel Angel Lopez. Enric Mas crossing the line just in front of him. And then Roglic came home, along with Ben O'Connor. And a crucial bit of timekeeping. It was to be 15 seconds, the gap between Roglic and Evenepoel. It looks like Evenepoel has done enough to give himself a worthy cushion that may well indeed garner the title in Madrid. But there's a lot of racing still to come. Some changes of position, brave finale from Carlos Rodriguez as well. But Arensman moving into the top 10 with this spectacular reach for glory on a day he'll never forget. Arensman winning ahead of Mas, Lopez, Jay Vine, Roglic and Ben O'Connor, Ayuso, Hindley, Meintjes and then Evenepoel. Crucially, 15 seconds only between Roglic and Evenepoel. It looks like Evenepoel remains in charge. The margin overall cut to 1 minute and 34 over Roglic. Ayuso moving to 4th place, Rodriguez dropping to 5th, Miguel Angel Lopez in 6th spot, Arensman the day's winner in 8th. So La Vuelta heads to a rest day, after which Tuesday is where we resume. It'll be for the sprinters. Don't be surprised if Mads Pedersen is up for yet more points in the green jersey competition. He took the maximum on this day as well and will probably do so again. La Vuelta, still 6 stages to go before we get to Madrid.